You want to know which game series I like? Mega Man! So, I've decided to basically stop doing the kinds of videos that I was doing with the scripts and everything. With the return I get anyway, and I have less. I have a girlfriend now. I have less time, less energy. Work is tiring and everything. So I'm just gonna do these kinds of videos instead because they are easier to do. But I do have a large series of videos in me still, this kind, but still, about Mega Man. And so I want to do videos about most Mega Man games. I'm going to try not talk too much about each individual game because that's where the separate videos come into play. There's a lot of Mega Man games, let me tell you. And there's also, like, I as kind of research, I tried to, well, I counted my games, but I also tried to make like a maximum count, but it's really hard to do because, like, how do you count the games? There's probably over 90, depending on how you define them. I have 70. Yeah, so I have quite a few of these games. Although technically I don't have a Mega Man collection, I have a Rockman collection. I only have 3 games that are called Mega Man. All the other ones are Rockman. But that's because I know Japanese, they're easier and cheaper to find in Japan. So I guess we'll start from the beginning with the console the series started on, the NES, aka, in my case, the Famicom, where you have these 7 colorful cartridges. Now, I actually kind of want to start with the 7th one. The 7th Mega Man game on Famicom/NES is not Rockman 7 or Rockman X or whatever, those pirate things. It's actually Rockboard. And the Rockboard is, why I wanted to start with this one is because this is the first Famicom game that I ever bought. And it was before I even had a Famicom. I just wanted to have this, at the time, elusive and special Mega Man game. Like this, you think there's 6 games, Mega Man games in the NES, there's actually 7. The only problem is I don't play this game, ever, pretty much. I've tested it like twice or something, because it's Monopoly. Or it's Itadaki Street. It's the Japanese kind of video Monopoly thing. Fortune Street, I guess it's called now, because Mario, they brought it west once. Mega Man is like the host of the show. You can play as other characters, like the doctors, but there's no action parts whatsoever. It's just a board game. I don't enjoy it. You know, it's one of those N/A types of games. I don't want to call it terrible because it's probably not if you like Itadaki Street, but now for the real games. Of course, I'm just gonna go quick in order. I like on Famicom how these are all in different colors. First it's the blue one. It's of course the original Rockman, which is also the most expensive to find nowadays. This one I got as a present from my dear friend Zepwitch. Then the favorite of everyone, most people, me kinda sorta maybe included. I guess not judging by the video I made, but still, Mega Man 2, Rockman 2, Dr. Wily no Nazo, Riddle of Dr. Wily, even though it's supposed to be Dr. Wily's revenge really, because that's what the game is about, but they saved that subtitle for a later game, kind of. It's a classic one that everyone knows and loves, including me, although I still maintain that after the first Dr. Wily stage, it does kind of go downhill a little bit. Then it's the one that I said was the best last time anyway, Mega Man 3. And I'm gonna keep calling them Mega Man just because that's what I'm used to, even though it's, you know, Rockman 3. This introduced Rush and the slide, and it has the Doc robot levels, which people don't like for some reason. I think it's good that the game tries to be a little longer. This one I actually got from my girlfriend at the time. It was back in 2012. And she bought this for my, I think my birthday, and on eBay. So I like this game quite a lot actually, and obviously it's I guess my favorite. And but so a lot of people complain about glitches. I don't really have a big complaint with that, to be honest, but that's for a later event. Mega Man 4 introduced the Mega Buster. Dr. Cossack was the villain, even though he turned out not to be the villain. Good game, but there are better ones. Mega Man 5, I would not exactly call better, but I don't know, it's always felt more unremarkable to me, but Proto Man is the villain, although he's, not the villain again. It's 4, 5, and 6 all have the swerve, which the stupidest one is clearly Mega Man 6, which with Mr. X, who is just Dr. Wily with sunglasses and a beard. But it's one of my favorite NES Mega Man games. Then, now I'm going to jump back and forth in the chronology slightly, but then we go to Super Nintendo, Super Famicom. And I believe, well, I'm not sure if we're going to go chronologically or not, but since we're just talking about original games, might as well go continue with the original series with Mega Man Soccer, which I also don't play, although I do enjoy football games to an extent, but this is not a very good football game, so this is one I just basically have for the collection. Then there's Mega Man 7, which is a good Mega Man game. It's just Mega Man sprite is a little big, but and he looks pissed off. But yeah, good Mega Man game. Then Rockman and Forte, which was colloquially known as Mega Man 9 for the longest time, until Mega Man 9 actually came out, which we were all really surprised. I used to like this game more than I did. I still haven't tried completing it from beginning to end without cheats yet, but I will. But I know I'm dreading that one stage. Then it's the X games, of course, Mega Man X, predictable, Mega Man X2, and Mega Man X3. 3, which was outsourced development to another small company. All great games, although the first one is clearly the best. This is a top 3 Mega Man game right here, the first X game. Although I enjoy the other 2 as well, I even enjoy the third one. Partly because you get to play as Zero. So when it comes to, so far, Famicom, Super Famicom, there are 7 games for Famicom, 6 games for Super Famicom. I have all of them. Then I guess we might as well get this one over with, because it's really quick. Rockman Dash for Nintendo 64, aka Mega Man 64. This I definitely only have for the collection, because I have the PlayStation version, which is better. The Nintendo 64 version I think is inferior, but I still have it. And it was really cheap. I bought this in Japan for I think like 100 yen or something. So now to move just slightly back in the chronology again, we're going to handhelds. We're going to the Game Boy, where we have the Mega Man 1 to 5, aka Rockman World series. The first one, which was called Dr. Wily's Revenge when it came out in the West, where Mega Man looks a little skeptical on the cover. He looks like, oh, what is this? Definitely a semi-rough starting point. It's good. Mega Man 2, which people don't like on the Game Boy. The music certainly is high-pitched, although I still maintain that the Clashman theme is really good. It's also the easiest one on the Game Boy series. The third one, which is kind of there, it doesn't have that much personality, but compared to 1 and 2, they kind of knew what they were doing by this third game, which they then used to expand with the fourth game, which tried a couple new things, like the item shop thing, where you get P chips and buy items from Dr. Light. And you have, of course, the new enemies, Anchor, Quint, Punk, and Ballade, or Ballade, or however you say that, of which the most memorable to me certainly is Punk, because he can kill you in like 2 hits, if you get hit by him physically anyway. But this was all leading up to the 5th game, Mega Man 5, or Rockman World 5, which is the only one that's original. With the other ones have bosses from, this has bosses from Mega Man 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, no Mega Man 6 love on Game Boy, and then this is all original. Definitely the best one. Now one thing I want to say about the Game Boy Mega Man games is that they are kind of, even though, well, in Japan they always went with regular numbers. In the West they always went with Roman numerals, but being that these were named the same thing, apart from Dr. Wily's Revenge, they were named the same thing as the NES games, but they're different. So I know that like online and in like lists and stuff, Mega Man 1 to 6 on Nintendo, or technically 2 to 6, they have regular numerals, and these have Roman, just to kind of differentiate them from the rest. But there are 2 more Game Boy games. Now we move on to the, I guess, the second generation there with color also, but this is one first, Mega Man Extreme, which came out, one of those black cartridges, which plays on the regular Game Boy as well as Game Boy Color. It's not Mega Man X on Game Boy, it has a different storyline, as does the second game, X2, Mega Man X. Oh well, actually this is just called in Japan. It's Rockman X2 Solar Racer. Like this is Rockman X, but in the West they were Mega Man Extreme and Mega Man Extreme 2 Solar Racer. And this one is Game Boy Color only, and you can play as Zero, which is why he's on the cover. Iris is actually in this, which is kind of cool. Definitely, like, this one's good. This one's even better. Although, like, dashing on the Game Boy is so-so, because you have to do like down and jump, which I know it should come really second nature, because I've slid in all the other Mega Man games, but sliding, which is already it goes down naturally. Dashing is just straightforward. That's why I've gotten used to using a separate button like I do on the Super Nintendo and PlayStation. Now we can move on. And I think we'll move on to the next handheld generation rather than the next console generation with the Game Boy Advance. These have quite many games. Again, to go back there, I have the single Nintendo 64 game. Of the 7 Game Boy and the Game Boy Color games, I have all 7. With Game Boy Advance, I don't have all of them, but I consider myself having all of them, because there are versions and there's a port that I don't have. Okay, so the most obvious one is Rockman and Forte / Mega Man and Bass. That came out on the GBA and I don't have it. But I don't consider it necessary to have, because I have the Super Nintendo version. And the Game Boy Advance version is no different, it's just worse. The screen proportions are smaller, it's harder to play. I don't see any point in owning it whatsoever. But then when we move over to the Battle Network series, we have the versions. Like, I have Battle Network 1, which is a really good starting point. Battle Network 2, which is kind of my favorite for just the story aspect, which I won't get into now. But then we have Mega Man 3. But then we have Mega Man 3 White, and there's also Blue. And that's kind of like the Pokemon, you know, like they have the 2 versions, they have some slight differences, different battle chips or whatever. I haven't actually really looked into it because I don't care. I don't only have one of these versions, I don't have both the versions because I don't see the point. With a slight asterisk, I suppose, it's just that Battle Network 4, there's Red Sun and Blue Moon. I got Red Sun, I don't flip the coin pretty much. With Battle Network 5, I did a choice, because there's Team Colonel and Team Protoman. And of course, I go with Protoman. And if you have a Team Protoman, there is a tangible difference, that you have a different... Protoman is like your team leader, Team Protoman. And if you have the other team leader, you have some different dialogue and I guess some slightly different stories. So there's actually maybe a slight reason to get that one compared to the other 2. And then with 6, there's the Psybeast Falzar and Gregar, and I took Falzar because he looks cooler. He's like an eagle or something. Gregar just looks like the final boss Gospel from the second game. So I didn't feel that was interesting. Other than that, I don't know any big differences. I also want to mention that with the Battle Network 3, in Japan you had Rockman EXE3 and Rockman EXE3 Black. And the Black, it's not really like the original and Black, and those are the 2 versions. Black is more like a Kaizo version. It's like bug fixes and some changes. It's more like an apology release than an actual second version. So of these 6, I guess 5 is the one with the biggest difference, but not really that big. Then there's the 4 Mega Man Zero games, which of course, you know, I have all those. Even though they're a little too hard for me, but there's a cure for that, I'll get into soon. Then there's 2 more Battle Network games that I should have taken earlier, but whatever. There's Battle Battleship GP, aka Mega Man Battleship Challenge, which is like a sort of card battle thing, where you just have the battleships and you put an order, and then you RPG kind of battling. There's no action to it like the regular ones. You just kind of pick a set and pick an action and blah blah blah. And it's also definitely one I have for the collection because I do not enjoy this apart from the music, which is really good. And then it's the odd man out. It's Rockman EXE 4.5 Real Operation. And this one is a little peculiar. With this one, you use this. It came with the game. This is the Battleship, what's it called? Battleship Gate, I think it is. You connect it to your GBA, have the game in, of course, and then you have little battleships that you put in here, because while you walk around, it's just like any other battle network game. But in battle, you don't control Mega Man directly. This tries to go after the anime and the toys. So Mega Man plays himself. The point is to put the battleship in, like in the anime, and like it's sort of supposed to be like Rockman EXE Battleship Soroto in, Shotgun Soroto in. You have to say that also every time. So when you put in a chip, Mega Man will use it if his meter is full or whatever. Then Mega Man, he doesn't really dodge and stuff well enough, I think. Although, I mean, it shouldn't be too easy, but I don't think it works enough. And then the game uses like a timer system. It has a real-time clock with a battery in it, which I had mine replaced because when I bought it, it was dead. At certain times of day, you can do events and battles and then progress in the game. And I don't want to play by some game's clock. I want to play by my own clock, play late at night or whatever. So I haven't really played that game almost at all as a result. Alrighty then, time to move to the PlayStation. The PlayStation has a lot of Mega Man games. I have all of them, more than the GBA even. So now in which order, I don't really know. Let's just take it from the top, like here. I have Super Adventure Rockman. And this one is the one game that Keiji Inafune actually he apologized for this game. In this book, the Mega Man and Mega Man X Official Complete Works art book, there's notes from Inafune, and he apologized for this game. But I wouldn't say it's really that bad as to need apologizing for. It's an anime, interactive anime basically. You watch the cartoon, and then Mega Man gets attacked. It becomes like a QTE, and then you have to make a dialogue choice or a choice of where to go, and you run into Robot Masters. So Robot Masters from 1, 2, and 3, and you have to fight them with like a cursor thing, which is really, really hard on your thumb. You need a turbo controller is recommended because you have to shoot a lot of stuff. And then the story moves on and da-da-da. Honestly, not that bad, but it's definitely one of the worst games. I guess then sticking with the original series, Mega Man 8, which I don't have the manual for. I don't remember where I got this at all, but Mega Man 8, not one of my favorites. A lot of that is from the jet ski board thing in Frostman stage and Dr. Wily stage 1. Especially Dr. Wily stage 1. Can still hear the sounds. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's very colorful and nice, and it has the cutscenes, anime cutscenes, like as was the style at the time. Yeah, let's just move on. I guess I'll try to stay with the original series by going back to the past, let's say. I kind of recently got Mega Man Complete Works, which is Mega Man 1 to 6 on PlayStation. Now these it's also the fact that they are very sunburned on this side, so the little Capcom color thing is not as good looking as it is here, so I've actually flipped them to the other side when it's on my shelf, just so to have it look a little better. But this is Mega Man 1 to 6 on Famicom, but on PlayStation. But there's more. Each game is compatible with the Pocket Stations, which is just out of frame here. and those have, you can watch my video on that. They have, each game has another Pocket Station game. There's Navi mode in each game with one character like talking to you. I think Dr. Light shows up twice because of a lack of Mega Man characters, but still, it basically becomes like Mega Man X6, where an exclamation mark flashes and then you can press select to get a hint on what to do or some information. There's also the fact that in 4, 5 and 6 you have remixed music you can turn on if you want. All 6 games have a regular mode or classic mode or whatever they called it, which is just Mega Man 1 to 6, and the other mode is the Navi mode with the help, and that mode also switches the graphics, the health bars from Mega Man 8. You can use L and R to switch between weapons when you have them. I don't think you can do that in the classic mode, but I'm not entirely sure, I haven't tried. There's also like a gallery mode thing, which I don't know how it works, because if I beat 2 bosses and then restart or whatever, it doesn't unlock it on the title screen. It doesn't unlock. I think maybe I have to beat the game first. I'm not sure, I haven't beaten one of these yet, but I put off buying this for a long time because I don't collect ports. That's why I don't have any of the Saturn games. On Saturn there's Mega Man 8, X3, X4 and Super Adventure Rockman. And I actually used to have Super Adventure Rockman way back when. Instead of keeping it because I didn't have a Saturn, I just ripped the games into like ISOs, and then I burned them on CDR, and then I did a replication of the box. I scanned the inserts or whatever, and then I printed them at my high school. So I had like a replica of Super Adventure Rockman for a long time. But now I have it for real. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I put off buying these for a long time because they're just ports, I felt. Because like I have Mega Man 6 over there, I don't need to have them over here. But then I looked into a little bit more, and yeah, there are more features, so I would consider this, collection worthy. It's actually one more original series game, which is Mega Man Battle and Chase, the Mario Kart of the series. And this one I used to consider this like a holy grail type thing. I'm like, ooh, it's so elusive, but no, it's actually not. Well, in Europe it is. Like Mega Man 8 and Battle and Chase are really hard to find in the European version, but for Japan, there's no problem whatsoever. Really haven't played this a lot. My plan is to play with a friend at some point, but it has some good music. I know Proto Man has his own cart, which is kind of cool. And this cart actually showed up in the Sonic Crossworlds game recently, when Mega Man came in there. Although I don't feel like I need to collect that game, because Mega Man cameos or whatever don't count. Another thing for my collection that I don't count at all is cell phone games. Just blanketly, I don't care about cell phone games. And that includes the kind of embarrassing Rockman X Over that fans read as Rockman's Over, like Rockman is over because it's been reduced to a shitty cell phone game. It's actually Rockman Crossover, because there is some crossover stuff going on, and it's kind of like in the X universe, I guess. Mega Man, or he has like a fluffy scarf, like a fox, whatever. He's wearing fur, basically. Looks weird. It has some really good remixed music by this guy, though. So that's something. But that's, I never played it, never will play it. It's delisted now anyway. There was Mega Man X on iOS, Android. There's all those Japanese cell phone games, Java, that kind of thing. I don't count any of those. I don't count Mega Man X Dive, although I do count the offline version. One series down on the PlayStation, but we're not done because there's 2 more. Then it's actually the one Mega Man series which is only on the PlayStation and N64, I guess. But there's the Mega Man Legends series, which is unfortunately comprises only 3 games with 2 numbers. There's Rockman Dash, aka Mega Man Legends. There's Mega Man Legends 2, and there's Misadventures of Tron Bonne. These are all good. My favorite actually is Misadventures of Tron Bonne. I actually had this back in high school. I found it at a video store that was selling off Nintendo 64 and PlayStation games, because PlayStation 2 was about to come out, PlayStation 1 slipped in value. I bought Mr. Adventures of Tron Bonne for only like $15, even though it was like a rental case, it wasn't a real case with manual and everything. But still, I played the game, I played through it, I beat it. Even that was a big deal for me at the time, because I wasn't very good at video games then. Even though I'm not great now, I was worse then. So that one is closest to my heart. Although Original Legends isn't that far behind, because at the same time I played this on PC, but I didn't buy it, if you know what I mean. I also tried to find the second game on PC, I couldn't find it. I played the PlayStation version a few years later on my computer. Good series of games. Unfortunately, there was never a third, which even though the Legend series is not like I love the Legend series. This plays the least like Mega Man, unfortunately, but it was also a breath of fresh air. And it's a real shame that I don't think Capcom wants to touch this series ever again, because it was really Inafune's baby. I don't think they're ever going to do anything with it, unfortunately. Then the X series. First, X3, which also came out on Saturn and PC. But I think all the X games came on PC in some form or another. This one I bought, I don't remember where I bought it, whatever, but I didn't have the manual for the longest time. So actually, like last year, I bought the game one more time just to get the manual, and then I sold the game without the manual. So I just did it to complete my copy here. And this is not like a remake, it's just a Super Nintendo version with a couple of additions, which is again, it's in that little no man's land between port and new game, but I still decided it was worth owning. What it does really add is new music and animated cutscenes. Like it has opening, I'm not sure if it has an ending because I haven't played that far, this version. But when you start a stage, you get a little short anime thing that presents the Maverick in question. Other than that, I don't think it really did that much new. It's like an enhanced port, but I still felt the need to own it. Then there's the nitty-gritty. There's Mega Man X4, the second best X series game. There's X5, which I used to like a little more than I do now, even though I still enjoy it quite a bit. This is also, I guess I would consider this Inafune's last game. Even though he kind of had to come back for Mega Man X6, his heart wasn't really in it anymore, I don't think. Even though, to address that, I guess, Inafune is the adoptive father of Mega Man, as I see it, because the original father is Akira Kitamura, but then he left after Mega Man 2, so he kind of left Mega Man during his developmental stage, if you call it, if you see Mega Man as a real boy. Inafune stepped up and then he just cared for Mega Man until he was an adult or whatever, and then eventually he also left, but it wasn't as sad. Now X6 is the one that everyone dislikes, and I agree, but I also like it more than I think many people do, but that might also be because I usually play with the Ultimate Armor. Then the PlayStation 2. Then I'll start with the X series just because it makes slightly more sense, with the Mega Man X7, Mega Man X8. X7 is the one everyone hates. X8 is the one I hate. Although hate is a little bit of a strong word, I have actually beaten this now on easy mode, but I don't like this game very much. I don't like that there's a stage where you have to play after the boss is beaten. I hate Sigma's stage with the spikes fucking everywhere. I think it's a really annoying game. 7 is also, I used to make more excuses for that than I do now, but I don't know, none of these are really that good. Then there's the only RPG in the series that are true RPGs. Some people call Battle Network RPGs, but they're action RPGs, so that's different. Mega Man X Command Mission, that is a real Mega Man RPG. Now this is also on GameCube, and I don't have both versions because they're exactly the same. When it comes to GameCube, by the way, I have 1 out of 4, because I don't have Command Mission because it's a port, and I don't have Anniversary Collection or X Collection, which are also on PS2, by the way. I don't collect collections. I'll get to it. Command mission, yeah, it's actually pretty decent for as far as an RPG goes. It's just a little bit of a shame that the story is not connected to the X series in general at all. And finally, which I think it's good that I get to talk about these, it's Mega Man Power Battle and Power Fighters. It's Rockman Power Battle Fighters it's the official title. This is Mega Man Power Battle and Mega Man Power Fighters, or The Power Battle and The Power Fighters. The arcade games, but on PS2. Since I definitely do not collect arcade PCBs or whatever, and I don't have arcade cabinets, that's way too out there for me, too much for me. Having those two games on an actual disc is quite good. Although I can play it in other ways too, as I had before that, but we don't talk about that. Then now we'll go back to handhelds again, just because we were just talking about PlayStation. I'll keep with the PlayStation and the two PSP games. Rockman, aka Mega Man Powered Up, and Irregular Hunter X, aka Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. Mavericks are called Irregulars in Japan. Actually, as I'm looking at the back of this now, this has a demo for Powered Up, so I guess this came first then. This is also the better game, I think. It has the mode where you play as Vile, although I still haven't beaten the regular mode yet, so I haven't tried it. It has the little anime, The Day of Sigma. But it's the fact that this is done as you would expect. This is done in a chibi art style, and I don't like chibi art styles. But this does have the construction mode, where you can make your own levels. It has two more Robot Masters, which they may or may not have planned for the original release. It has like the original mode, and it has the new mode where you can play as the Robot Masters you defeated. I mean, it's cool stuff. I just wish it wasn't chibi, and I kind of wish it wasn't on PSP also, to be fair. And as a side note, this was really hard to find. Not the game in general, but the original release, because I felt like I was at 50 game stores, or at least like 20 at least, where I like looked at this and said, oh, Rockman, oh, it's this one, and then I looked out further and it's the yellow best price, or I'd take it out and say, oh, it's the best price. I want the original release. There's also Mega Man Legends on PSP, the first game and the second game, only in Japan. And I don't own them because I don't see the point, because I think they're just the same as the PlayStation versions. Although I haven't really looked into that very well. And I guess at least they're in widescreen, but as of now I don't have any plans to get them. I actually had to go on Yahoo Auctions to get this, so most of my games really I have not bought in real life. I actually remember now, in Super Adventure Rockman, I bought that on Okinawa as one of the DS games that I'm going to get to now. DS games, I have 7, that is out of 8. But first, the one I bought in Okinawa, which is Rockman EXE Operate Shooting Star. This is a remake, no, it's not a remake, it's a port, a DS port of the original Mega Man Battle Network. It also has some kind of involvement by the Star Force gang. It opens with a prologue with the Star Force gang as they go back in time. So I don't know how that comes back. I haven't played this game that much, only like the early beginning. Looking at the back of it here, it looks like Omega becomes a boss at some point. I'm not sure. Definitely want to play this just to see how that turns out. But other than that, they didn't do much to the original Mega Man Battle Network. You have Mega Man in your PET as you walk around. You have the map on the bottom screen, but it didn't do as much as Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team DS, which I don't have. And that's also one of those where it's like, is it a port? It is an enhanced port, but is it enhanced enough for me to get it? I am still on the fence about it, but I think I don't really feel the need to get it, which is also why I haven't gotten it before making this video. And then the exception to the no collections rule, it's Mega Man Zero Collection. Really, I wanted to get this because it has easy mode, which is the only way I can beat any of those 4 games, because I think the Mega Man Zero games are just too hard. So Also, this new best price, I don't think there is one without this, is there? I'm not sure, because I've never seen it. Not once. Not in real life, anyway. Then the successor to the Zero series, the ZX series. Mega Man ZX, Mega Man ZX Advent. This one has voice acting, this one doesn't. This is more Metroidvania Mega Man. It's not super popular, I think it's fine, it's just didn't feel that necessary. They're fine. Then it's the Star Force series, the one that I've played the least. I played the first game. I have the Pegasus version, there's also another one. There's the, or two, I don't forget if it's the first one or the second one that has 3 versions. But then there's Berserk X Dinosaur, right. Katakana is still annoying sometimes. But in these, and then I have 3 Black Ace, and there's also Red Joker. But with these, you can pick the version when you start the game. So basically, all the versions are already on one cartridge anyway. So why sell them in different boxes just to annoy collectors? Because I don't fall for that, because I'm not that kind of collector. I need the game once. I need the game, not all releases and all that kind of stuff. I played the first one. It was a long time ago. I think the battle system is worse, objectively worse than Battle Network. You just move between 3 spaces instead of having all 9. The characters were worse. They're kind of the same. You have the girl, the other girl, the big boy, and the one you play as, who is he's kind of emo in the first game anyway. Although he did have a decent story by the end of it. I don't know how the other 2 enhance it. And honestly, I'm not sure I'm going to play these Japanese DS versions, even though I know Japanese, because there is actually a collection coming out on Steam, Switch, everything, like next year. I think I'm going to go with that instead. But this is a series in general that I felt was unnecessary. Battle Network was good enough. Although I guess, yeah, they did have 6 games, and they did actually end the story of Battle Network, which kudos to them. Zero also ended the story, which, you can't say that for most game series, like anywhere. But still, I felt like Star Force was not a step forward, it was more a step back. Come at me, bro. Now we're going to the weeds a little bit. First with the Sega game. The first, I guess. Rockman Mega World, or Mega Man The Wily Wars. This one was expensive. It was like 11,800 yen, I think. I found it in Hiroshima, just outside of the city anyway. It actually had 3 completed saves on there, so I could just go straight to the Wily Tower, which a godsend, because that's the best part of this. Playing the original games is just playing them again, but on Sega, and they're slightly harder, because your Mega Buster shots don't take 4 points anymore, they only take 1. So especially it was a shock. It's a shock if you play Mega Man 2 and go up against Flashman, you think it's going to be super easy, and then it becomes quite a challenge. So I'd skip all of that. Luckily, the Wily Tower is already unlocked. Then there's Mega Man on Game Gear. This is not a very good game. It's the only Mega Man game where you don't have continues. Mega Man's helmet looks like it's just a beanie or whatever. It doesn't have the ear parts. That's a small thing. It's kind of like, because it has bosses from Mega Man 4 and 5, it reminds you of, it's like a continuation of the fourth Game Boy game, kind of, except it's on Game Gear. I don't know, unfortunately though, it's the most expensive Mega Man game. It's the Holy Grail, even though it's not a very good game. About the same can be said for Rockman Battle and Fighters for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, which is another one of the Grail type games. This game I've decided not to get physically, because basically it's too expensive, and I don't really want to own a Neo Geo Pocket Color because I hate the stick with the micro switches. You play it and it goes like all the time. No, thank you. But it is available on the Nintendo Switch, and it looks translated, although it really isn't. It's just the title on the shop. But when you get it, it's still just a Japanese game. But at least it's available, even though I definitely prefer physical. the WonderSwan, which has 3 games and I have 2 of them, because the third one, N1 Grand Prix, is just Battleship Challenge. So it has a different title, but it's the same game. So you have to remember the WonderSwan and Game Boy Advance are sort of roughly on par power-wise. But the other 2 is Rockman Forte and Rockman EXE-WS, aka WonderSwan, I guess. So both of these are platformers. This one has stage select, this one doesn't. This is more linear, but it also is less linear because you, depending on where you go, you fight different bosses. So it has some replay value. It's kind of cool how you pick the chips with the top D-pad. Although it's definitely best played on an emulator, I have to say, because the WonderSwan unit is not great. I think both of these are decent, but I don't really recommend them playing on them on a WonderSwan unless you have the Swan Crystal with an IPS screen, maybe. Couple more. Going back slightly, there's Mega Man Network Transmission for the GameCube. So Battle Network is spread on a few different consoles. This one I actually like. A lot of people don't like this game. Yes, there is some grinding. Especially for the first boss is really hard, Fireman. Once you beat him, it all goes downhill difficulty-wise, I think. But you have to do like farm some chips to be able to beat Fireman. After that, you can have a decent enough good time with this, I think. So I like it. And then the one non-Rockman game, Mega Man 11, the newest one, which is a good game, but not amazing. Good game. Now for the invisible games, I suppose. I have Mega Man 9 and 10 for the Wii. I bought them when they came out, pretty much. I think I tried the demo on 360 first, and I can say immediately that Mega Man 9 is definitely not one of my favorites, even though a lot of people like it for whatever reason. It's really hard in annoying ways. Mega Man 10, which people then, because I still to this day don't understand the reaction really, because Mega Man 10, when 9 came out, everyone was like, oh my god, wow, it's amazing, a new classic Mega Man game, and it's like an NES game, yeah! And then Mega Man 10 came out the next year or something, and then people were like, what? Another Mega Man? Again? Oh, fatigue setting in. Like, what was wrong with you people? I think that's part of the reason, general sales probably too, but part of the reason why we never got Mega Man 11 until many years later. And since this came out, we still haven't gotten a new Mega Man game. We have just gotten collections. And I do have to admit, I have gotten those collections on Steam. The Legacy Collection 1 and 2, X Collection 1 and 2, Battle Network like in 2 parts also, and the ZX 0/ZX collection. And I'm going to get the Star Force collection, not to collect them necessarily, but it's kind of like future proofing, because Steam might be around longer than these cartridges will. I'm not sure, but and also for some kind of, some quality of life type stuff, especially with Star Force. So Mega Man had quite a big presence on the PC when you think about it. All the X games came on PC except for X2 for some reason. And the interesting thing there is like basically 3 and on were proper PC games made by Capcom, as far as I know. Don't quote me on that one. The first game, however, was basically, I don't remember who it was made of. It says, the game historian talked about it in the video, basically, but he said they didn't have the source code for the first Mega Man X game. They just basically played the Super Nintendo game and they made it in PC. They basically tried to copy everything and just make it just like the Super Nintendo game without any actual technical information, which is quite impressive. And I actually used to have that one for a little while. And when I was in Japan once, in a hard-off, I think, or book-off, whatever, one of those, I found X6, 7 and 8 in like this bin. It was too expensive though. And I don't remember if it was like Chinese or Korean, but it's not like really an official release as far as I know. I also remember back in the day I downloaded Mega Man X4, 5 and Legends on PC from, a website. But then I always wanted to also get Legends 2 and X6, but I could never find those. But now, of course, all my collections are on PC, and I also did get Mega Man X Dive offline. I guess the only new X game since X8, even though I'm not entirely sure it counts as an X game because it's such a big crossover. unlike Rockman crossover, the cell phone game, this is the real crossover because you can play as every protagonist for sure from the Mega Man series, and a lot of side characters. You could play as the Mega Man X Command Mission people. You could play as Roll. Of course, I've played as Proto Man quite a fair bit, and several versions of Zero. And overall, I found it pretty good, even though you have to play with the analog stick, and you have to grind a lot. The game is a little too long for a Mega Man game, but it was okay, you know. I'll take it because I don't play online games. In Korea, which apparently Capcom had some kind of special relationship with, there was, as far as I know right now, 3 Mega Man games. There's Rockman Strategy, which is some kind of strategy game. There's another Rockman game with a weird title that I don't remember where I saw it. And there's a Mega Man Legends game. And it basically looks like Koreans tried to remake the first Legends game, but didn't do so very well. But when you think about Mega Man on PC and go retro, there's 2 that come to mind. Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 3. And no, there was no Mega Man 2. And those games I don't own, and they are pretty expensive. That's part of the reason, but also because I don't really count those as real Mega Man games. I kind of liken them to Zelda 1 of Gamelon and Faces of Evil. They were licensed by Nintendo and Capcom in this case, but Capcom had no business in there. They just kind of gave away their license willy-nilly and let this guy Steven Rosner do a game and then do it one more time. And they're pretty bad. I've played them. Not to any completion though, because they're hard to play, let's say. But I don't really count them, so I don't feel the need to own those, since I don't count them as real Mega Man games. And now I'm going to talk about some stuff, basically, that I have in regards to Mega Man. I want to mention that all the games that I've shown were all, well, like the PlayStation games were all, of course, in cases, but all the cartridge games are all just cartridges. When it comes to cardboard boxes, I don't have many. I actually only have 2. I have Rockman EXE WS, which I bought because I actually it's popped up on Tradera, Swedish eBay, and it was actually slightly cheaper than ordering it from Japan even, so I just picked it up. I wasn't planning on getting a physical copy, but that's just how it worked out. The other one was kind of similar issue. It's Rockman EXE 4.5, Real Operation. Now some figures. Here, the Proto Man helmet thing that that's just a thing, really. It's not exclusive or of any kind. But I just think it's cool because Proto Man is my favorite character, and that's his helmet. I only wish it was bigger so I could wear it. Actually, and this is quite honestly, back when I was 15, I was going to get a moped, and then I was going to inherit my sister's. But the day before, the day before my birthday, basically, it was stolen out of our basement lockup or whatever. So I never got the moped, but I did get the motorcycle helmet. And my plan with that one was to paint it red with the white detail, and then buy a yellow scarf somewhere so that I could ride around like Proto Man. That never happened, still has never happened, but you know, there's still time. Speaking of Proto Man and figures, my Proto Man figure, I bought this in Japan, I think like Super Potato or something. There's also a Mega Man version, but of course I wanted Proto Man. This is one of those where you take it off screw it off the little thing that holds it together, and then you put them together. It's like you have a ball thing and a round thing, and you put them together and it becomes like that. I have a very small Mega Man X figure. This one came in just a little box in this short and sweet assembly. This one a little bigger. Got this from a friend. It had like this backdrop thing too that I got rid of. It was just a piece of paper anyway. He's just standing there looking serious. Of course, the Mega Man Amiibo, which I actually got on like launch day pretty much. On the same day I got the Mega Man hand cannon thing, which I have pictures of. Now, I've also been in a couple of events in Japan. For the Mega Man 30th anniversary, when I was living, that was around when I was living in Japan, so 2017 to 18. And of course, Mega Man's birthday is December 17th. But then I think it was March 2018, Hirakata Park, and Capcom had a Mega Man thing going on there. That's where I got this energy tank. And I've drank it up since forever ago, but this is not something you're supposed to put in the machine to get money back. Well, actually, you don't do that in Japan anyway. But so this I just use as a prop now, but it's cool. Like, I also got this tote bag from the event. Also in there they had this display of physical Mega Man games, which was cool. They had some designs, they had a shop, you can buy some stuff, as I said I did. I also forgot a couple small things that I'm going to show you now. Later that year I went to Tokyo Game Show, and there I got this little booklet, which is also about the 30th anniversary, and it has basically it covers the main original Mega Man games, not really spin-offs, and it has half of it is about the originals and the other half is about Mega Man 11, which was just coming out at that time, or was going to come out. So I watched like a Mega Man 11 presentation at Tokyo Game Show, which was cool. So that's something I still have and still treasure. Something I don't exactly treasure but still own is these guys. The thing is, I hate Funko Pops. I think they are really, really ugly. I hate the eyes. There's no expression, it's just those black doll eyes. Proto Man fares a little better because he has sunglasses. He actually looks more like Proto Man. Funko Pops are kind of a travesty to me. I hope this company goes out of business, and they do it soon. But it's still Mega Man and Proto Man. I got these from a friend with a sense of humor. So yeah, I still have them, although I'm not totally happy about it. I can talk about Mega Man all day, and I will maybe, but it is not this day. See you later in the new series, where I'll talk about pretty much all Mega Man games, rank them, talk about side stuff, maybe music, maybe Robot Masters, maybe that little tune that plays when you pick a stage. And that is why I call myself Proto Man, because he's my favorite character. Now I've talked about Mega Man for a long time. I will talk more, but that will be later. See you in the next video.